Hey, welcome back! Are you ready? Should we make another Disney Princess display nook? We really should, because I didn't do one last week. So, basically, the premise is, I took this, I was inspired by this set, and this is all that's left of it, by the way, and I'm using each of these little nooks to make displays, little teeny tiny stackable displays, for each of my favourite Disney Princess mini dolls. And I've done 4 so far, and I'm really excited! I haven't really thought about how they're going to be connected together apart from going upwards, like they stack upwards beautifully. And at the moment, that's enough for me. Okay, so this is basically our framework for each of the nooks. So we've got our plate, we've got the height that we need to stick to so that they're all uniform, so that way they can be sticked and stacked wherever I want them to be when I decide how it's going to work. Okay, today we're going to do Ariel, a display nook for Ariel. I'm really excited. I have done a little, quite a few builds, like custom builds for Ariel, but today I actually have to choose which is my favorite version of Ariel in Lego mini doll form. And I have dug through all of my little dusty containers to try and find as many of them as I can. And we had so many with the green tail. I want an original cartoon version of Ariel. That is my favorite. I mean, that's the Ariel I grew up with. So I kind of feel like the new face here, which is one in the middle, is my favorite face so far. I would like the purple top because it's the right color, but I think I want the green tail because it's the color it was in the original movie. So there's so much messing about gone with the colors for Ariel and her outfits. So this is what I think I want her. Oh, and for hair, this hair actually came on the minifigure, on the collectible minifigure series, and it absolutely looks like cartoon Ariel hair. I mean, this for me, oh, hold on, maybe not. I think I might want the tail that has slightly fewer embellishments on it, just so it just is a little bit more simple. I would have liked it to have scales. But we've also got the new version, like the live action version of Ariel. I really enjoyed this movie, but I do not think that the mini doll was done very well at all. So, and also we've got a couple of versions of her in her ball gown, like in various ball gowns, but this was just a pink dress that she popped on when she basically came to the castle. I want this dress. If I had this dress, I could do another little nook of her in the boat, and that would be perfect. I don't know why we don't have that dress yet, which is lots of ball gowns. And we've also got this version. We got the wedding dress too. And I don't know what I'd do with this dress. Like, what scene would I build around her? It's just kind of her generic princess outfit. Anyway, so we are building an underwater scene. I want to try and emulate the idea of the poster, like this iconic image of Ariel, the Little Mermaid. So let's see how we go. So first up, we need an 8x6 plate to build everything on. And for each of these, I've built out with a little, what do you call this, a half circle-y thing, so that I have more room out the front to be able to actually display the princesses. So I want to make the rock, right? So the rock kind of comes in and then out again and then it is on an angle. So this is going to be the base for the rock, but if I build the rock, I won't be able to go back. So at the moment, let's go to the back and let's build some underwatery kind of structure. Yeah, so let's get some big wall of water up the back. Not going to see some of this stuff down low because it's going to be a big rock in front of it. So I want this to be kind of the top splashy bit. You're not going to see froth because it's right underwater, but you know what? It's just all about the imagery at the moment. Okay. And up here is going to be a nice spot for a fishy. Nice. And then I want to create some cascading kind of wave looking things on the back, just so that it's not one big block of water, even though that is kind of what it is, but creating shape just looks so much more interesting. I'm going to see whether I can be a bit creative here. So let's use these curvedy bits of backfilling all the little spaces that they leave. I could be doing, no, this will do. This looks really cool. And then that's nice and smoothie. Look at that. That looks so cool. What a pretty shape. Okay, the fish might be a little bit high up. It might get lost when we put the arch on, so I might have to move it down, but I can do that. That's nice and easy. Okay, this is going to fit on okay because we have another plate that's going to go. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right, so in the trunk, she needs her treasure chest so she can keep all of her important stuff, like some gold bullion. Like, gold is at an all-time high. She's going to need that. She's going to want to hold on to that. It's just going to increase in value. She's also got her contract with Ursula in the back here. Nice and safe. Dinglehopper, check. Let's pop that in here. And then maybe just some other random things. Maybe a little pearl. I could put a little hermit crab, like hermit crab could curl in here. I do have one somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I'll put it in later when I find it. So we're going to put this on a raised rock bit in the back. Otherwise, otherwise it's going to be entirely impossible to see because we're putting a raised rock in the front for her to sit on. So this is now, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll find out how I'm going to be sitting it in a minute. We can move stuff around. And then we need some seaweed, nice and dark green because it's like deep down under the sea. So it's pretty dark down here. Okay, and that gives us some nice like height at the back. And at the front, the focal point is going to be that rock that she's going to be sitting on and displayed on. So I need to make it so that it goes out, like has a base and then comes in a little skinny and then up again like for a flattish kind of top, which is also on an angle in the poster, but I don't think I can do that because I don't think I'm clever enough. So we've got a little anemone to put flounder in, and then I just remembered that flounder's not actually a clownfish, so that would be Nemo. So maybe this is just a special anemone that's special for flounder that does not poison him, because anemones are poisonous to all fish except for clownfish, right? But anyway, this is not science, this is a magical fantasy land. So flounder will be fine, and this is flounder special fantasy anemone. Anyway, so we've got our flat top on the rock, and we need to flatten it off even more because Ariel's going to be sitting on there for an extended period of time, and we don't want her butt to get like little stud shapes on it, so we'll make it nice and smooth. And to actually plug her onto the top, we can use this bracket piece so she can sit on there securely without flying off, and this way I can also angle it. So if I put it onto a stud, I can then attach it to the plate and kind of turn it however I want it to be, and then she should be able to look at that! That's exactly what I want. Okay, and then let's fill out some of these other little spaces that are just sort of still exposed studs. Nice! And then we'll pop that back on, and she looks so comfy there! Check it out. I am really chuffed with this display. This is going so well. Okay, down around the bottom, a whole heap of coral and anemones and seaweeds and lots of little colourful, sea creature-y kind of things. So we've got this, which is totally not a cupcake in this capacity. It's now a perfectly good coral, and we've got a starfish and another little anemone. Anemone. There we go. I did it. I got there in the end. And things grow out of and secure themselves to the rocks. Things, seaweeds, anemones, living creatures down underneath the ocean so they don't get swept away. So we've got that. And now because this is like down low, we're going to have dark purple transparent bits going up into the lighter blue. I think that looks really good for our for the structure. Yes, structure is 100% a word. For the structure for the front. Okay, so let's get this just straight because we need to be able to see that contract in the back. It's important. So we need to get it to the same height as all the rest of the little nooks so that it can fit beautifully in. So we put a plate along across here, and then there we go. I knew we had a little shell over there. Nice. So that's now in the treasure chest. And now up here I can put the arch. I'm pretty sure that fits, does it? I don't know. Yep, I'm just going to push it down really hard. Okay, and a cool little pretty shell, shiny shell. And these I have to get up. You know what? I want a little bit more space at the front, so I'm not going to put an arch. I'm going to put these angled, inverted angle brackety things so that I've got a little bit more space at the front. Okay, and then on the top, we just need to smooth it over and put the bits that we're going to be connecting the next level onto. And then we've got this done. Her little nook looks so good. There's a bit of space off here to the side though, so I reckon I can put another cool little corally kind of thing over here. So, okay, so we're going to have some darky, seaweedy, green kind of stuff down here. And this cool little light yellow parsnip is now a fun underwater plant creature thing. I think it just looks so cool. The colors are so perfect. I love that we're getting the carrot shape, the Lego carrot, in so many different colors. Okay, so we'll pop Ariel on here. Oh my goodness, I think this is my favorite one so far. Okay, I love it. Oh, okay, so where are we going to put her with all of the other ones? I mean, obviously we've got Moana, which is also ocean-y, and they fit quite nicely together. We could pop Ariel underneath Moana eventually too, maybe so she could be under the water and Moana can be up above. But this is what we have got so far. They look so good. This is going to be such a great display. I'm having so much fun putting each of these together. Oh, Okay, all right. So your job now is to let me know which Disney princess gets a nook next. That was harder than it should have been. So let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of this little Ariel's nook. I was so excited. I'm very proud. So yeah, be kind. All right, give the video a thumbs up and check back in because there are always new things to build and not enough hours in the day, but I am going to give it a red hot go. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.